What's going on, boys? It's Flauz, and in this video we're going to be talking about tapping versus bursting versus spraying. Tapping and bursting kind of go hand in hand. People don't talk about it too much, but if you can tap, you can almost always burst a couple bullets as well in the exact same spot. You just have to pull down just a little bit. You'll get the hang of it if you kind of practice it just a little bit. But tapping is mainly for if someone's not exposing their whole body, they're just exposing a little bit of their body, like their head. Like this is a perfect example here. If someone's peeking cat, there's no way that I'm going to be spamming trying to hit this person. After about 3 or 4 bullets, it's almost impossible for me to actually reliably hit this headshot, right? So you might as well just keep tapping. Stay mobile, stay moving as you're tapping in between shots. You want to be hard to hit for this person that's playing on cat, because if we both go for body shots, right, I can only see their head. They can see my head, they can see my body. So if they commit to a spray, I'm at a really tough disadvantage here because they can see my whole body. They can very easily hit it. I can only see their head. So if we both start spraying, I have to hit a headshot. They can hit a headshot, they can hit a body shot, and they should win this fight here, right? So that's the difference there. Unless I'm moving, staying active, I'm tapping. That's where like your movement comes into play. That's where your crosshair placement comes into play while you're pre-aiming. I think tapping and bursting are a great spot here because it's medium range, it's not too far, and you can really only see their head anyway. Same thing goes for long here, if I'm going towards sight, right? If someone peeks into me, I can spam a little bit as I'm moving up. If I have teammates with me, even better. I might as well just sit there and burst just a little bit, but still kind of stay mobile as you're moving up. You can tap a little bit as well. Tapping is really only for hitting a headshot, right? So if I can only see a head and I really want to commit to a fight, that's when tapping comes in. You can tap, you can burst. If you want to stay a little bit mobile, like I said earlier, that's where bursting is a little bit better. You can shoot a couple shots, move, shoot a couple shots, move. And it makes it really awkward for the CTs to actually hit that shot on you if you're staying mobile there. If they do hit a shot on you, unfortunately, your movement does kind of get slowed down. So there, I think once you like actually get tagged, then it makes a lot more sense to actually commit to a fight and just start tapping on that head, right? Letting your bullet reset after each shot. And that's when you're just kind of giving yourself the best opportunity to hit that headshot instead of just sitting here trying to spray on that person playing cat. If you do hit like 1 or 2 shots or they kind of expose their body a little bit more, then you can sit down a little bit more and spray. Same thing goes if someone's playing like CT. Let's say you catch him off here. You got to be going into each angle thinking about like, okay, what am I going to be doing if I see someone in the spot that I think that I'm going to see them? If I see someone CT and they're playing this angle, I'm going to be bursting, tapping, right? Staying active, staying mobile, moving around. If they're playing a little bit more far out here and I can see their whole body, I have no problem in like committing to a spray there. Or if there's multiple people that I'm trying to fight, it makes a lot more sense for me to try to hit that 1 or 2 bullet headshot on the person that's a little bit more exposed, right? And then flicking off and trying to get that second player and trying to kill that second player who's also in the fight. But you want to be killing the person that's more difficult to kill first and then transferring to the person that's easier to take out in the round, right? So that's kind of how I like to think about it versus like tapping versus bursting versus spraying. Spraying is one of those things that it almost comes from starting a burst, and then if you hit enough shots in it, then you can commit to a spray. Like if someone's playing this corner right here, I'm going into it bursting, trying to hit this headshot. And let's say I hit 1 or 2 and they're slowed down because they can't really move after you hit them and you tag them up. Then you can kind of commit to a spray and try to finish them off that way, right? If we go towards B, I think it's a really good example of why bursting's more effective than tapping. So if I'm here and I'm trying to take the site, if I see someone who's playing right here and they peek out into me and I can only see their shoulder, if I'm tapping here, it's really awkward. I can't like fully feel safe as I'm peeking more and more heavily into that angle. If I'm bursting though, I have no problem bursting this as I'm moving up. It makes it really awkward for the person behind this box to safely just sit here, right? If I'm bursting this angle, it's hard for them and they're just eventually gonna have to peek into me. And if I'm bursting at the right times, it's a really easy kill for me as I'm peeking to the site, right? So that's kind of why I like bursting over tapping. I think you can kind of interchange both of them depending on your angle, how many bullets you have in your mag, right? The distance, if you're trying to hit a headshot. If it's someone who's opping, like let's say someone's playing here, right? And I'm peeking cat. If I know that opper likes to play there, I can peek into this while spraying, right? I have no problem with that. But you don't want to get into a body shot fight with an opper because one, they only have to hit 1 on you and it's very easy for them while they're scoped in to hit that nice body shot. You almost want to be like peeking into the angles, tapping, right? Making it really awkward for them to hit you. You want to make it a headshot fight because you can shoot a couple more shots at their head than they can. Yeah, it might be easier for them to hit that shot, but it's a lot easier for you to actually win that fight if it's just a headshot fight versus if they're just playing a body shot fight and you're basically both just trying to hit the body from here, right? So that's why I like to try to take headshots on operas and make it as quick as possible for those peaks. But you don't really want to commit to like if someone's playing like, let's say, ramp here, right? You don't really want to commit to just taking a spam fight on an opera here. You can spam, make it so that if they try to re-peek, they'll die, but you can't really reliably hold your spray after a couple bullets, right? Like that's just kind of how Counter-Strike is, because it's not perfect in sprays and it's a radius of where you can actually hit your bullets on. So I hope this helped you guys out on understanding when to tap, burst, and spray as you're peeking into an angle. I always like to just kind of test myself and make sure that I have something in mind before I peek into each angle, right? Obviously you're gonna get caught off guard here and there, but if you have an idea of what you want to be doing while you're peeking into an angle, like if someone's close up here, I'm probably spamming them out and just making it so that I'm doing as much damage as possible to them and making it awkward for them to kill me, right? Because it's 4 bullets, it's very quick, and it's easy to hit if they're closer up. So always have an idea of what you're going to be doing while you're peeking into an angle, and then it makes it a lot easier and you don't really have to think about it as you're actually going through the motions of the round and finding those kills around the map. So I hope this helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions about when to tab, when to burst, when to spray, let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.